been experimenting with some makeup. Different things that, as I've gone through and tried to organize and declutter my collection, I've rediscovered. Flower Beauty has this beautiful Color Play cream eyeshadow in the shade Cocoa Camellia. And, it's a very soft pot eyeshadow, and I just put it on my lids with a finger. On my cheeks, I was messing around with, it was a palette by an influencer, but I can't remember the name. A very kind of pale palette for me. I think I put 4 different shades of lip color on my mouth just to see what it looks like. But you can always add more, right? Real world conditions, that's what we do. We put on makeup and then we put on more makeup. But the subject of the hour is Prince William and Kensington Palace's claim that Prince William is the new enforcer for the royal family, that inasmuch as Queen Elizabeth II and her husband Prince Philip have gone on to glory, now he is stepping in to put some stick about. The suggestion being that he's the one who's going to straighten out old Prince Andrew. And from afar, another continent, in fact, he's going to put the stick about with Prince Harry. Why? No one knows. Let it go. Why not work on your own, legacy, right? If homelessness is your issue, if the environment is your issue, get on that, right? Why are you have such a hard-on for Prince Harry, right? Is it that you have a hard-on for his wife? What's going on? Let it go. It's been years and they're gone. I don't know how you expect to discipline your brother when you don't even speak. Maybe you need to be more worried about whatever's going on with wifey, right? With the lack of royal work in this interim between last Christmas and now. Whatever's going on with Princess Royal Anne, whatever's going on with Queen Consort Camilla. There's a lot that should concern Prince William and his management ambitions. However, he seems much more focused on getting at his little brother. So weird, right? Just searching around for the proper complexion product, right? We have some stuff on our face, but that doesn't mean we can't add more. As always, right? We have this L'Oreal Visible Lift Blur Foundation in the shade Classic Tan. Let's see what that does. It's important to clean your brushes and your palettes, right? I'm just using a little square of glass. Some people like to put stuff on their hands. I don't know about that. That doesn't really seem to be the thing for me. I don't gravitate toward doing that. But do you have an opinion on Mr. William and why he's so very keyed up about his brother? Just so wound up, can't forget about it, can't let it go, can't move on from it, right? Aren't you busy being besties with Mike Tyndall and whoever that dude is? Is it Queen Anne's son or Princess Royal Anne's son? Some other dude who's like divorced and broke up with his girlfriend. There's been a bunch of articles suggesting that these are William's new brothers, but then you never see them again, right? Just like Kate had a list of 8 people who were her Kate's crew or Catherine's crew, and it was 8 different women who were kind of turnip toffs, other aristos living in Norfolk. Does Kate actually live in Norfolk? Oh, hi, Colleen. You're in the military. Good for you. Well, it's got to be a really interesting time to be in the military right now. There just seems to be a lot of things in flux with the leadership of the United States and with, I guess, global peace and security. I hope you're staying safe and that the men folk aren't being I guess, less than colleagues to you. One hears stories and sees a lot of cases over on the Clock app. This foundation is a bit warm, right? I'm still trying to figure out, is my complexion warm, neutral, or cool? I think I'm definitely not cool, but I think I'm not as warm as I might assume. But yeah, our friend Prince William has a lot of ambitions, right? Only when it comes to his brother, though. What about, these best friends? What about homelessness? What about, getting out there, stepping in for, Princess Royal Anne while she's, brain injured from something to do with a horse or something near a horse, or who knows, right? But no, his friend Rupert Murdoch, Jacob Nord. Oh, what's up with you? Just a little evening time makeup, right? We're getting into some of these products we've gotten into from our friends at the now doesn't exist dollar store, right? These very inexpensive blushes from the Ione brand. This is the shade Rosy, and it looks rather beige. I think we can go in with a setting powder. And I don't know what has become of my puff, but we're gonna move forward in any case. We certainly have enough puffs that come in these LA Colors compressed powder compacts, right? Jacob Nord, girl, not furl. Oh, of course. Furl. For some reason, I thought furl meant like for in real life, because IRL means in real life. I'm into the girls away from home, got a trucking company to run, miss them too, and my wife. God bless you. I'm a dad. Oh, to 2 girls. Jacob Nord, you're a man, I assume. Away from home, trucking company. Well, trucking is very necessary. It's a very necessary kind of work to do. I understand that there's like certain radio programs that cater to people who are truckers, and a lot of it is really political. Yes. Well, congratulations. I hope parenting is not that much of a challenge if you're traveling. I know that, I know a lot of kids have to deal with bullying from peers and in school, and I'm sure we all have to deal with bullying, with colleagues and people who want their way, right? I can't believe the number of people who I work with who won't stop trying to hit on people at work. When I say people, I mean me. Like, didn't you go through a training? Don't you understand that you're like making people uncomfortable to, pursue all that when they don't want to pursue that? Like, you're just at work. You're not trying to get busy. Certainly not with them. Anyway. But yeah, congratulations. What kind of stuff do you truck around? Is it like food or equipment, or I don't know. I guess the sky is the limit when it comes to things that need to be moved around in America. But yeah, $1.29 was the price on this product. Just a little blush, right? As I said before, I spent a lot of time up in Sephora, in Kohl's, and also Ulta. And I was kind of, it was fascinating to me to see how many different products, how many different liquid blushes there are on the market, from Rare Beauty to Rhode, which is Hailey Bieber's brand, that when you actually swatch them, or I swatch them on my Christians, that's great. Being Christian, any kind of religious grounding can help you not get caught up. I think developmentally what's tough for children and teens is that they think that now is forever. They think that if they feel an emotion, whether it's love or hate or jealousy, they think it's it's so overpowering to their brain when they're at that stage of development that it can become very destructive, right? It can lead to self-harm, it can lead to harming others. And I think that being trapped in a situation when you're in work or at school with people who you don't like and who don't like you, I think we've all been there. It can lead to feelings of depression and rage turned inward. And we know, when you have those difficult feelings, it can make you do things that aren't good for you. Again, this is the LA Colors Cream Gel Blush in Tulips. This is so great. I haven't even opened up the other colors. I do keep forgetting how little it takes, right? I should have like Tupperware for makeup when I use too much, but I should shear this out, right? Shear it out on the palette so we're not grabbing too much, and then go in and do a little blushy blush, right? The more I do my makeup, and again, I'm really going live because I need the B-roll. Wait till someone comes. Oh, well, listen, don't feel pressure to do one thing or the other. I know, our social media time is precious, right? You want to kind of look around and see what's going on. It is fascinating to see how many people are still trapped at the airport. I think social media is an interesting way of, just kind of staying on top of what's going on in the world. But yeah, I most of the time when I don't go live, I'm usually just, recording or having a discussion by myself. And I don't feel, my following is small enough where it doesn't demotivate me for no one to be in my live. My thing is like, I want to feel like I serviced my social media today, right? When I have time away or time at home or time before the gym, or, I want to put on makeup so I can sweat it off and then wash it off. That's when you see me on live. I put on a shirt, I turn on the live sign, I turn on the star, and I get busy talking about the latest antics of the British royal family or whatever is going on, right? It was a little scary to hear that the person that pew-pewed Trump was saving images of Princess Catherine of Wales on his phone. Is it some kind of obsession, right? What was it? John Hinckley Jr., who pew-pewed Reagan, had an obsession with Jodie Foster. Scary. That there's all kinds of people in this world who are having, whether they're having difficulty in their personal lives or developing vendettas against people, you never know, right? All kinds of crazy things happen in the news. You keep hearing about, people doing the most mundane activities, driving down the highway, going to the grocery store, and things can take a turn for the worst, right? We always have to kind of get brave, get ourselves psyched up, right? Even to go live on this here platform and talk about the news of the day, right? Good pal to Prince William, Rupert Murdoch, apparently privately paid him a settlement amount for the illegal phone hacking. Notice, Prince William took that settlement money and put it deep in his pocket, allegedly, while he left his brother, who was a much more serious victim of phone hacking and people writing all kinds of crazy stories about him since he was a teen, right? These stories were briefed and leaked, and of course, the toxic British media steps up to do the royal family's bidding, right? But Prince William took the settlement and then, strolls around like, oh, I don't know why Prince Harry is suing to make these people stop. He gonna play dumb every time. Here is Sand 255, the Milani Conceal and Perfect Foundation Stick. This product I don't really see in stores right now. I don't know if it's not the right time of year or if this product is not being produced anymore, but certainly It is a very able stick foundation, right? It's quite warm when I turn on lights here, but I do want to get back into my stick foundations because I feel like they stick on your face much better in the summer than a lot of other products. And the shade match is not that bad, right? It's not going to spill in your bag in case you have to like put on more, and you can tap it around and kind of calm down the enormous amount of blush that we apply to our face just to use it all up, right? Shade match is not way off. But again, Prince William, he really thinks that he is the man. He really has the impression that he is doing something of value. My question is he doing things of value for the British people or just for his ego? Because it doesn't really look like he's moving the needle on homelessness, and all his helicopter and private jet flights don't really seem to be helping the environment, right? This is a very sticky product. It comes on strong. We did not put on any primer just because we've been, wandering around and putting on different products just to test the shades and whatnot today and just see how they be looking, right? But Mr. William, boy oh boy, he just can't let it go. He just keeps making it worse. You might forget about him swaying at the investiture. You might, feel like, wow, maybe they didn't mean to play with our emotions by keeping Kate Middleton hidden for months and then giving us all those BS phony images. Maybe it's okay. But then, he feels like it's important to release a statement like this. And of course, Rupert Murdoch and the toxic British media step right up. They step right up to be about that BS, telling us things that probably aren't even true to try to bring Harry down. And I think someone on a different platform made an excellent point. Why is it that Prince William cannot elevate himself without trying to drag his brother down? If he's so dope and he's so monarch, if William is just that guy, why isn't he that guy? Why does he need so much screwball press release, so much just, hate campaign against his brother? Like, leave your brother alone. He lives somewhere else with his, beautiful black wife and his beautiful black children. Yes. Just let it go. You live your life, buddy. You don't need to Harry is not the yardstick for William, right? Harry walked away. He said, you can have it. You can, do what you do. But for some reason, old Willie can't let it go. And I just don't understand it. I don't understand, why can't you let it go? And it is actually true. This is a L'Oreal Infallible Never Fail lip liner, and it does have a little sharpener at the bottom. Look at that. But I never do sharpen it. It just comes out and I just rock with it. Although I do think that thinner liner looks better. I do. But this says brown, but it really looks brick red on me. We keep playing with overlining and then it looks like hell. Or very slightly overlining. A little X in the center and a little line. Ba-bing. We have collected a number of nude lipsticks. Where did we put them? Oh yes, we found an exciting little bag and I decided, let me put all the nude lipsticks in here. Look around, feel around. 173 from L'Oreal, New Impertinente. Yep, that's what we're about to get into. Just to complete this look, but the number is saying 1959, right? We just need we need some B-roll that's original. We can't, just endlessly keep using pictures from the press. Then we might get dinged, and our video might get dinged for being unoriginal. So, therefore, here comes my face. Yes, I know you're like, one day, Tanya, you'll do your hair. Maybe one day I will. I think about it. I think about what to do with my hair. I have all kinds of gadgets for hair doing, and it just doesn't feel like, the number one thing that I want to do with my time. Forgive me. But here is Wet n Wild Wild Shine Lip Gloss in clear. And I think we found one that is, I got this at the same time at the 99-cent store. It is Wet n Wild, and it's this Wild Shine Lip Gloss Balm in Tutu to Tango. So that on its own will be beautiful, but I love the applicator because you can get lipstick on it, but you can clean it off, right? It's not going to actually contaminate the product itself. It's just going to be on the applicator tip. Should we wipe it off just for that, kind of elegant, to seem more elegant than we are, right? I spent some time today organizing makeup, and there was a product I was going to abandon because it's a terrible eyeliner by CoverGirl. But then I figured out, it's the perfect shade for contour, right? One of the things I got in Store to See was the Fenty, it's some sort of stick that people use for contour. But then I went in store and it looked purple. It looked grayish purple, and my enthusiasm waned. Using the applicator tip to refine the liner line. Just a nice little frame for your lip color. Like it, love it. We've powdered, right? With a loose powder. We can also powder with this is the nude version. We also have a tan that we could use to bronze, right? Here is a angled fluffy brush, right? It's a deeper shade than we would actually use to powder, and we had taken the little cheap puff out of it. But, I'm fascinated. There's some really interesting, low-cost makeup products for sale, right? There are people doing reviews of them on the Clock app, right? Bronzing the highest point of the cheekbone, right? It's not about dragging it all the way across your face, because you need your blush and your highlighter to rest in the middle of your face. But this isn't even bronzer. It's a deeper tone of powder. Now, we know from our Asian friends who discuss contour that Asian contour is more about reducing the volume in the face, right? So vertical contour, right? We know about the number 3. We know about here on the forehead, here on the cheek, and then along the jawline. And just seeing what it looks like. We may need to go in with a deeper shade of something, but we're starting here. It's the weekend. There's nothing to lose. Checking the tone of this powder. It's nice because it's not looking as orange on the face as it does in the component, right? We're thinking about all of our, kind of people who've shared makeup knowledge with us over the years. And, for me, this platform has been a very essential resource for, you know, just starting my makeup journey when I knew nothing. And I have problems throwing away. I have one Wet n Wild, and it's so funny. I had no perception about it. I think every shade in it is glitter or shimmer. And, you know, if I knew what I knew now, there's no way I would have been, you know, putting shimmer shadow all over my face. I just wouldn't do that. But at the time I had no I had no idea what was what, up was down, taking the same shade in our lids with the tip of this brush. You know, it's not the right powder color for my face, right? It's like when I walk into MAC, every time I walk into MAC, they're like, your shade is NW45. And I don't think that's true. That's what they keep telling me. So, you know, I've got a variety of different shades of foundation and of powder and powder foundation, and I experiment with it specifically to see, this is what they see when they see me, but this is not actually the right shade for me. So we have this cream blush on, and I actually like this powder as contour, right? I think that's a very successful contour, but this rosy shade of blush, is it too pale? Let's see. It does look like it's sitting on the skin a little bit like talcum powder. It's giving us a little color payoff, right? The Meghan Markle of it all has given me a fascination with at least trying paler shades of blush and lip color and not feeling like everything has to be like deep and dark and purple to start, right? There's a lot of really bubblegum pinks that people are using in the makeup world, and I don't know if it looks right on everyone. I think it's fun because it's sort of Barbie. I think this is the 1-year anniversary of Barbie. This is a really interesting, nice, pale blush shade. Is it too pale for me? We're gonna see. Right, but for $1.29, we can really afford to really get in there and experiment with it. Lip color successful. Blush is showing itself. It's a kind of unexpected tone. It is looking a little bit powdery, but you know, that's to be expected, right? So this L'Oreal Infallible Brown liner has done its job, right? I've had it for a long time. I like it. This rosy blush, it's giving a little bit, but you know what? It doesn't look as crazy as some of the other blush shades, right? This is Rosy from Ione Blush, and then this is the Phantom, right? They have these little Dia de los Muertos theme things, right? But this hot pink, let's just try it, right? People talk about Sunset Blush. Same brush. Let's get into this baby pink and see if we ruin our makeup. It's sort of a blue-based pink. I don't like it as well as I like the rosy one. I just feel like there's some tones that really battle with my complexion. Am I warm? Like, am I golden or am I olive, right? Just sits on my face like paint. If we spray it, right, there's the whole notion of like fixing spray or, setting spray. But this is just plain old water. This is a cooling spray, Art Naturals Soleil Mineral Water Cooling Spray. It's fascinating to think about, you know, all the products that have cheaper equivalents, right? There's this woman over on the Clock app who always talks about, we also found a waterproof gel eyeliner from the Creme Shop that we wanted to try because you know, I feel like the black is too harsh, and you know, I've tried putting nude or white in the waterline, and that's awful. So this is like a dark brown, and I watched someone today talk about how to apply it in a way that is good and flattering, right? I'm gonna use that brush before. We just need a little angled blush. Brush, 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 brush. Where are you? Harumph. We also at the dollar store got these really cute. Look at this. They're shaped like hearts. 2-pack of reusable, travel-friendly, machine-washable makeup remover cloths. I have a black one, but I couldn't resist these because they were on sale for 50 cents for 2. So they were essentially 25 cents a piece, which is an awesome price, right? We're definitely looking like we have makeup on. That baby pink fights our complexion. Maybe if we used a paler shade of foundation, it wouldn't look so crazy, but this is looking a little dried out. We've got our angled brush from the dollar store. We're gonna go for it and see what we get. I watched an Asian makeup tutorial that talked about making a straight line out from the curved part of the eye. Maybe this product is too dried out. We're gonna rock with it anyway. All right, is it like brown sugar? You need to put like a wet paper towel in it to bring it back to life. Can we even get it on the waterline? But this woman was saying use an angled brush to put waterproof liner on the waterline. That way it won't look as harsh and crazy as when you do it with a, you know, a gel crayon outright. It's doing something, but I'm not sure what. I'll have to look online to see. How do you revive a dried out pot eyeliner? Is it adding water, distilled water, filtered water? I don't think it's adding alcohol. You know, some products like mascara, I've seen people talk about put saline solution in them because you don't want to do anything that compromises your eye or anything like that. But we were interested in getting something waterproof on our waterline, right? It's fascinating to watch different people's makeup techniques, and you know, certainly Meghan Markle always has a, or often has a waterline with a dark shade. I'm not going to say that it's always black, but it looks great. It just looks really intense and I think elevates her makeup. I'm not a fan of a big, you know, a big thick line under the eyes, but maybe tight lining on the waterline is the way. Maybe. But this is applying very sheer. Does it need to be wet? I'm not sure, but I'm glad I rediscovered it. The Creme Shop, I think, is a makeup brand that makes a lot of sense if you have my skin tone or my undertone. Korean brand, and you can always find it representing at the Marshalls and the TJ Maxx's of the world, you know, because I suppose you can shop for their makeup online as well, which is great, right? You can use the spoolie side to brush your brows up and just see what's going on, right? I think the lip came out great. I definitely prefer the more beige tone of blush. It's called Rosy, not a really deep shade, to this kind of pink. I think the pink is a little bit, feels like it's just a little bit too on the nose. It's not as subtle. as the other shade, and I feel like we did really well with our deeper powder as bronzer, and then things went left. But if things are gonna go left, let's have them go left on the weekend when it doesn't really matter, when we're about to hop to the gym, we're about to wash our brushes and our poor little silicone sponge and continue experimenting with these great items that we scored at the Dollar Tree, right? There's a couple of more things that we got, 2 different shades of this Be Pure, essentially ageless hydrating serum concealer. We're gonna see what these are about, but then there were also a couple of shades of their essentially ageless blurring pressed powder. We got light medium and translucent. So we're gonna see what's up with that. I really like this lip. Just trying to remember all the things that were involved in it. We refound our Tinted Moisture bronze stick from Pixi, but we didn't use it today. But we're gonna get into this on another day. I really like these applicators because when you're in a rush, bam, you're done. It's on. But yeah, you know, Mr. Prince William, he is definitely feeling very big for his britches. I also got this little kind of, it's like a little mitten makeup remover cloth in hot pink. They also had purple and pale blue, but you can't resist the Barbie hot pink. I also got a couple of travel straws, silicone travel straws that have a little brush with them. You know, when you're on the road and you're concerned about all those disposable straws, or maybe even not getting a straw, depending on how uncivilized the place where you are is. Now you can always be prepared, and your dentist will be thrilled to know that you're protecting your teeth from the horror of caffeine, coffee, tea, red wine by, you know, incorporating a very handy silicone straw. I've really developed a trust in silicone. I'm very tempted to go online and find the natural shade equivalent of the nude, tan, and beige colors that I was able to get of these LA Colors pressed powder palettes. These shades are slightly wrong for me, but I feel like natural is the perfect shade for foundation as well as concealer from this brand. I did pick up another one. It's literally the worst applicator in the world, or worst component, because the pump doesn't pump. But that's not going to stop us. For $1.25, all we need is to get the makeup on our face. It doesn't need to be any deeper than that. We don't need to go crazy. We don't need to, you know, we don't need to stress about it. We just need what we need, and we need it cheap, fast, and in a hurry. So this is the face. One day we'll do our hair. I don't mind the eyes or the eyeliner, you know. Also got this little purple cow looking thing, mirror. But I don't hate it. I just don't like this blush color as much as I like the other shade. But, you know, that's the nature of experimenting. I really do feel like liner under my eyes makes me look like Joan Collins. I don't know. We're gonna keep experimenting. We wanted a very fine line that didn't really smoke out from the lash line. I don't really feel like this product gave it to us, but you know, we gonna keep trying. Next time, friends, we have completed our mission of creating B-roll, right? We're incorporating some new gels. We have a charcoal colored gel on our ring light, and then we have some, I don't know what you call it. It's like a kind of translucent, almost like white paper. It looks like parchment paper, but it's something to affect lighting. I should actually look into lighting since I'm doing more of it. But thank you so much for joining me, Jaka Nord, as well as Colleen Flavia. You are stars, and I will see you next time here on House of Tanya. Mwah. Bye.